While there's nothing funny about killing thousands of innocent people, there is something kind of humorous about Piers Morgan finally speaking out about it when he spent 18 months speaking up for it or covering up for it, lying about it. Especially when he's got a guest on who is still lying about it. And Piers Morgan is so righteously indignant and belligerent to that guest, just as much as he was to the people who were trying to tell him that it's a genocide for 18 months, when he was saying the exact same thing like 30 minutes ago. So it's great to have Piers Morgan on the right side of history. I mean, he is righteous. There is righteousness in the cause to speak up for innocent people, to keep innocent people from getting killed, to stop a genocide. There's nothing but righteousness in that. But he had just as much righteous tone when he was, yelling at people who were trying to wake him up to it. And now he's got a guest on who's still telling the same lies he used to tell, and they're coming across like his spirit of genocides past in some antichrist dark world version of a Christmas Carol. When it's great that you know Piers Morgan has come back to the light side of things and is on the right side of history, but it makes me wonder, what about other people who are in his place who have been telling these lies? Do they realize that, hey, Piers Morgan came around? What's going to happen to you? How long is it going to take you to come around? How much more guilty will you be when it takes you that much longer to come around? On top of that, it makes me wonder, has Piers Morgan invited Trey Crowder and other people, Adam Mockler, I think, other people who were trying to tell him um, on his show that this was a genocide, and he was just, berating them and dismissive and telling the same lies that he's now upset about? Has he invited them back on the show to apologize? Has he done anything to repair the damage that he's done? It's great that he's calling it out. And thank you, Piers Morgan, and anybody else who's come around and is finally calling it out. But do you also consider that the same things you felt so staunchly about and were wrong about, as wrong as you were about this, that maybe some of the other things you felt so staunchly about, you're also wrong about, and those same people who are trying to tell you about those things too should be listened to and respected instead of berated and dismissed? And maybe when you call them back, you can talk about some of those subjects as well, and maybe change your mind on some other things so that you can be a force for good in the world, not just a latecomer, but still, you're welcome and appreciated, and so is anyone who speaks out against the genocide. Um, just makes me wonder how people feel, realizing that they're just wrong. There's no truth, there's no justice on that side. Stop being wrong, because you're guilty for killing all these people, um, by being that wrong for this long. So cut it out. Come around. Thanks. I call it the Pillow Revolution because we can do it from bed. We can help influence each other and overthrow these tyrants, Netanyahu and Trump and Putin. We can do it from bed. Love you. See you soon.